Banff National Park became the very first Canadian national park in the year 1885, and today it is the most visited of all the Canadian national parks, and for good reason. It features beautiful glacial lakes like Lake Louise and Moraine Lake, and it has wonderful hiking trails like the Plain of Six Glaciers hike. Banff is located in the province of Alberta, and get a chance to travel the Icefields Parkway if you can. It runs through Banff and Jasper National Parks, and it's considered one of the most beautiful drives on the planet. Cape Breton Highlands National Park is located in the Canadian Maritime province of Nova Scotia. The best way to tour this park is to drive the world famous Cabot Trail, stopping at campgrounds, rocky coastline views, and hiking trails along the way. The signature hike of Cape Breton Highlands National Park is the Skyline Trail. And on this trail, you can see dramatic views of the ocean below from a elevated boardwalk. Fundy National Park is located in the province of New Brunswick, and the Bay of Fundy is home to the world's highest tides. And the best place to see those amazing tidal changes is in the gateway town of Alma. It's a great place to start your visit to Fundy National Park, and it's also a great place to get a lobster roll sandwich. But once you're inside the park, a great hike to take is the Moosehorn Trail along the cascades of the Broad River. And there's also some trails to see some amazing waterfalls, Dixon Falls, Third Fault Falls, and Laverty Falls. Glacier National Park in the United States is one of our most beautiful national parks. But Canada also has a Glacier National Park located in British Columbia in the Canadian Rockies, and it is spectacular. The best part of my visit was a hike to Abbott Ridge, which gave me an elevation gain of over 3,300 feet for dramatic views of mountains and glaciers. It was beautiful. Grossmorn National Park is in the province of Newfoundland and Labrador. Getting there took a 7-hour trip on a ferry. See my YouTube channel and search for Marine Atlantic Ferry, Nova Scotia to Newfoundland to learn about that adventure. Then a 3-hour drive to Grossmorn National Park, where I saw a lighthouse and the Tablelands, one of the few places on Earth where you can see barren rock of the Earth's mantle. I also took hikes to Green Gardens Trail for some shoreline views and the Baker's Brook Falls Trail. But the main objective of my trip to Grossmorn was to join a guided hike for 8 of us at Western Brook Pond, a place with jaw-dropping scenery. Jasper National Park in Alberta is the largest national park in the Rockies. On the scenic Icefields Parkway, you can can stop to take a specially equipped Ice Explorer bus that goes out onto the Columbia ice field, which is 25 square miles of ice branching off into 6 different glaciers. Then I hiked up on the other side of the valley on the Wilcox Pass Trail for some great views back to the ice fields and the Athabasca Glacier. In the northern part of the park, I also enjoyed the Jasper Sky Tram for some great views, and also Malign Canyon, which is a roaring river and waterfalls flowing through a narrow slot canyon. Amazing scenery all around this park. Kluane National Park is located in the Yukon Territory of Canada. We camped there for a night at Kathleen Lake while on our way to visit Alaska. We hiked a part of the King's Throne Trail, the most popular trail in the park. The highest mountain in Canada, Mount Logan, is located in Kluane National Park, and mountains, lakes, and glaciers dominate the landscape. Kutchibouguac National Park is located in the maritime province of New Brunswick, and it is a place of many different environments. I camped by the waters of a lagoon, hiked to a salt marsh, walked over a long boardwalk to a popular sandy beach called Kelly's Beach, and traveled over another boardwalk to explore the wonders of a peat bog. Mingan Archipelago National Park is in a remote location on the north shore of the Gulf of St. Lawrence in Quebec. It's a French-speaking area, so I practiced up on my bonjours, but I found that most everybody also speaks English. Private boat operators take you to the islands, and Parks Canada offers primitive campsites. I camped for 2 nights on Isle Quarry, and in 2 days I hiked all the way around the island. It was an incredible adventure. Bizarre limestone rock formations called monoliths give the shorelines an out-of-this-world appearance. It was a truly unique experience. Mount Revelstoke National Park is located in the province of British Columbia. Visitors can drive the 16 miles of the Meadows in the Sky Parkway as it climbs 5,250 feet to the top of the mountain, where they can enjoy scenic views and the colorful wildflower displays that this park is famous for. Prince Edward Island is Canada's smallest province. It can be reached by the 8-mile Confederation Bridge from New Brunswick or by taking a ferry from Nova Scotia. You won't find a more charming landscape anywhere. I enjoyed Point Prim Lighthouse and Thunder Cove Beach. In Prince Edward Island National Park, I camped at Cavendish Campground and took a swim at Cavendish Beach, where the ocean waters were surprisingly warm. I also enjoyed the Dunelands Trail and a visit to Green Gables, the original farmhouse that inspired Anne of Green Gables, Canada's best-selling novel of all time by Lucy Maud Montgomery. Prince Edward Island National Park is a delightful place. Terra Nova National Park is located in the province of Newfoundland and Labrador on the northeast coast of the island of Newfoundland. It is Canada's easternmost national park. Pleasant forested trails lead to beautiful coastal overlooks at Melody Head, Lewell Hill, and Mill Cove Lookout. The coastal trail is an enjoyable hike along the quiet waters of Newman Sound. Find peaceful, uncrowded beauty at Terra Nova National Park. Waterton Lakes National Park is located in Alberta, right across the border from Glacier National Park in the United States, the two forming together the world's first international peace park. An uphill hike called the Bears Hump brings you to views of the town of Waterton below and beautiful Waterton Lake. A boat ride across that lake takes you to the Crypt Lake Hike, rated by National Geographic as one of the world's 20 most thrilling trails. The hike takes you past jaw-dropping scenery and amazing waterfalls like Burnt Rock Falls and Crypt Falls. Then you climb an 8-foot ladder, crouch through an 80-foot tunnel, hang on for dear life to chains while hiking above a steep cliff, and finally arrive at a glacial lake surrounded by soaring mountains called Crypt Lake. Yoho National Park is located in the province of British Columbia in the Canadian Rockies. I enjoyed awesome hikes to Emerald Lake and Sherbrooke Lake, but one of the best hikes I've ever taken was on the Iceline Trail. I combined it with the Celeste Lake Trail and the Yoho Valley Trail to form a 10.4-mile loop. The Iceline Trail climbs up the east side of the Yoho Valley. Glaciers are on both sides of the valley, feeding their meltwater into the Yoho Valley below. The most spectacular example of this is Takakkaw Falls. Takakkaw is an Indian word meaning magnificent. That's an appropriate name for the falls and really for the entire Yoho National Park. Gross